In this video, I'm going to show you how to create an ebook selling website with Elementor. If you want to promote your own ebook, then this video is for you. With this website, your clients will have their ebook downloaded immediately after they make the purchase. And one good thing about this website is that you can also use it to sell a physical book. Before we get started, let me show you exactly what you will get by the end of this tutorial. This ebook selling website we are going to build here today has a cool hero section which displays a mock-up of your book or a cover page of your book. It has two call to actions where your clients can click to buy now or click to learn more. So if I click on learn more, it will take me to a particular section of the website. And this section is about what is in the book. So with this, you can go ahead and customize it the way you want. The next section has what's included in the book. In here, you can go ahead and list the chapters in the book. You can also add a full image of your book. And this section also has a call to action button which your users can click in order to buy the book. The next section is about who the book is for. So your book can be for digital marketers, business managers, bankers, and what have you. You can also use this website to generate some leads, and I'll show you exactly how you can do that. The website also has a testimonial section with a call to action where your users can click in order to buy the book. And final is about the author section which you can go ahead and use and tell your clients about yourself. In this video, I'll also show you how you can add your social media handles to your website. So if a visitor lands on your website and decides to buy the book and they click on buy now, it will quickly take them to the checkout page. And since you are selling only one book, your client does not need to go through the cart page. So in here, they can go ahead and enter their details and place the order. By the end of this tutorial, you will have a fully customizable website that you can use in order to start generating sales. So, if you want to learn how to make this beautiful ebook selling website, keep watching. Hello guys, this is Sonic here at Dikupages Web, where I do web tutorials just like this one. So, if you are new here, consider subscribing. That said, let's jump into the video. So to create this website, we are going to use only free resources. The only thing you need to pay for is a domain name and a web hosting, which is the standard for every website. And don't worry about where you can get your own custom domain name and web hosting, because I'm going to take you to a web hosting provider where you will get the cheapest price ever. Take note, a domain name is simply the address of your website, and a web hosting is a server where your text, images, and even your ebook will be stored so that your users will have access to them immediately upon purchase. So to get your own custom domain name and web hosting, click on the very first link in the description down below, or go over to your browser and enter dikupages.com/Asura. Hit enter, and this brings me to Asura hosting. Next, I go ahead and click on web hosting. And in here, I'll choose the particular plan that I want to use for my website. So they have starter, unlimited, and unlimited plus. So you go ahead and choose the particular package depending upon your requirements. For this tutorial, I'm going to use the starter plan. So I click on order now, and I choose a domain. You can register a new domain. You can transfer your domain from another registrar, or if you already have a domain registered somewhere, you can use that domain and update your name service. For this tutorial, I'm going to show you how you can register a new domain. So under search domain, I search for my domain name, Dikupages site. Next is domain extension. You can go ahead and drop down the arrow and choose the domain extension you want, but I'll keep it as .com, and I'll click on search. And my domain name is available for $9.99. I go ahead and click on continue. And these are the various features I'll get under the starter plan. Going down, you can go ahead and choose the particular billing cycle you want. I'll keep mine as annually, and I'll click on continue. Under domain configurations, I'll get free DNS management and free email forwarding. Now go ahead and click on continue. Now the web hosting for the starter plan is $12 per year, and domain registration is $9.99 per year, which brings everything to $21.99 per year. So going down, I can choose my currency from here. I'll leave it as USD. Next is billing details. So in here, you need to go ahead and fill all these fields. So I'll go ahead and do this pretty quick and click on checkout. And after clicking on checkout, Asura Hosting will send you your login details to the cPanel account in your email address. So I click on checkout and meet you in my email. So after the checkout, Asura Hosting will send you some emails and you need to check for Asura Hosting hosting account information. And I have mine right here. Going down, under control panel login information, these are the details I'm going to use in order to log into my control panel account. I've hidden it for obvious reasons. So what I'm going to do is I'll highlight the server login URL. I'll right click on it, open link in a new tab. Then in order to log in, I'll go ahead and grab the username and password, then go to the login page. So I'm in the login page. I go ahead and enter my username and password. Then I click on sign in. And this brings me to my direct admin cPanel. The next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and install WordPress. To do that, I scroll down to extra features. Then I click on software close auto installer. In here, I go ahead and click on install. And I choose installation URL. Make sure HTTPS is selected since Asura Hosting will be giving us free SSL certificate. And then under choose domain, make sure you select the domain you are going to install your website on. In your case, you will have only one domain, but in this tutorial, I'm going to go ahead and use a subdomain. And in directory, you don't want to put anything in there, so I go ahead and remove whatever is there. Next is site settings. In here, you go ahead and give a name to your website as well as site description. So I've entered my site name as well as site description. Next is admin account. In here, you need to enter admin username, admin password, as well as admin email. These are the details you use to log into your WordPress website in order to edit it. So I'll go ahead and choose my login details. Alright, I've entered my admin account details. Going down, I click on install. And WordPress will install in some few seconds. Alright, congratulations, the software was installed successfully. Next, I go ahead and click on this URL and it will take me to the front end of my website. So this is my website. It's not looking nice as you can see, but we'll make it look nice in a moment. So if I go back to software close auto installer, I also have administrative URL. If I click on this URL, it will take me to the back end of my WordPress website. But I don't want to do that. I want to show you how you can always log into your WordPress website. So going back to the front end of my website, I click at the end of my URL. Then I go ahead and enter / and this will take me to the login page of my website. I go ahead and enter my login details and I click on login. And now I'm in the back end of my WordPress website. Now if I right click on the name of my website, open link in a new tab, it will take me to the front end. This is what users will see when they enter the URL of my website. And as an administrator, upon login, this is what I will see. The next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and clean up my website. So first of all, I don't need all these widgets, so I click on screen options, then I go ahead and uncheck all. Awesome. Next, I go over to post. Defaultly, WordPress will give us a hello world post after installing WordPress. So I click on trash. I can go to the trash and I go ahead and empty the trash. Next, I go over to pages. I don't need these two pages, so I select all, bulk actions, move to trash, apply. I can go to the trash and empty the trash. Next is appearance. This is where you can choose a theme in order to work with your website. At the moment, these are the 3 themes WordPress will give us, and we are not going to use any of these. And this is the active one among these 3 themes. So I'll go ahead and delete the ones which are not active. Unfortunately, I cannot delete this theme now, simply because we need an existing theme to work with. Next, I go over to plugins. I don't need these 2 plugins, so I select all, bulk actions, delete, apply. Okay. Next, I go over to users, then I click on profile. Going down, I enter my first name and then last name. I can choose a nickname if I want, so I will use this as my nickname, and then display name publicly as, I'll choose my full name right here. And I'm getting these options as a result of entering my first and last names. Perfect. From here, I scroll down to the end and click on update profile. Next, I go over to settings. Under general settings, this is where you can change the name of your website as well as the site description. I already have my site title and site description I want to use, so I'm not going to change any of this. Under membership, you want to check anyone can register so that your user will be able to register on your website if they are going to make their orders. Going down, I click on save changes. Next, I go over to permalinks. Under common settings, I select post name, then I go ahead and click on save changes. And that is a quick setup I'm going to do for now. The next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and install a theme. A theme is basically the design and layout of your website. So to install a theme, I go over to appearance, then I click on themes. I can exit from here and here for now. Take note, before we install our theme, this is the current look and feel of our website. So if I go back, I click on add new, and this is the theme I'm going to install. If you cannot find it here, you go to search themes, then type hello, and I have hello theme here. I go ahead and click on install. It is installed. I activate. So now that our hello theme is installed, I can go ahead and delete this theme. Delete. Okay, now let's take a look at the new look and feel of our website. So I refresh, and this is how my website will look like. Very plain. Don't worry, we'll make it beautiful in a moment. Now if I go to the back end of my website, you see that it is recommending we install the Elementor plugin. So I just go ahead and click on install. It is installed. I go ahead and activate. Now that we have installed our theme and also the Elementor page builder, the next thing we are going to do is go ahead and design our website. And to make our work easy, I've already designed this website. All what we are going to do is go ahead and import it into our own website and customize it the way we want. This is a complete template kit we are going to import onto our website, and I'll leave a link to this template kit in the description down below so that you can go ahead and download it and import onto your own website. And when you download the template kit, this is how it's going to look like. It will be a zip file which you can go ahead and upload. So I'll show you how we can import this in a moment. So to import our template kit, first of all, we need to go over to Elementor, then click on settings. Then I go ahead and click on experiments. Going down to import export template kit, I'll drop down the arrow and I'll choose active. Then I go ahead and save the changes. So with this particular feature, you'll be able to import your template kit. You can also export a template kit with this particular feature. So now that this is done, next I go over to tools, still under Elementor. Then I click on import export kit. In here I have two options. One is export a template kit, and the second one is import a template kit, and this is what we are going to use for now. So I go ahead and click on start import. In here I go ahead and select my file. I have my template kit right here. I select it, click on open, and it is going to import templates, content and site settings. But take note, for you to be able to import templates, you need the pro version of Elementor. I don't really have any templates in here. I only have Elementor pages and site settings. So I go ahead and click on next, and I need to enable unfiltered file upload. So I click on enable. And now it is setting up my template kit. Your kit is now live on your site, and it has imported my site settings and 7 pages. So I click on back to dashboard. Now if I go to the front end of my website and refresh, you see that my website has changed. Perfect. Everything else is cool except that you don't see the images like we saw in the demo website. And down here below, you see that I don't have my menu in here. So the next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and create a menu for my website. Take note, the various pages for the menu are already on this site, but we cannot see it as yet. All what we need to do is create a menu so that it will be displayed at the footer section as well as the header section. That is depending upon your site settings. So I go back to the back end of my website. Then I go over to appearance, click on menus. In here, I go ahead and give my menu a name. So I say footer menu. So I can give it whatever name I want. I can call it navigation menu. Then I go ahead and click on create menu. So defaultly, the hello team will want to display our menus on the header as well as the footer, but we can override these settings. The next thing I do is go over to pages and click on view all. Then I'll select home, privacy, and then contact. Then I click on add to menu. You can choose whatever page you want to display on your menu. Then I go ahead and click on save menu. Now if I come back to the front end and refresh and scroll down to the footer section, you see that I now have my menu right here. Perfect. Now that I've created my menu, the next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and add my ebook to my website. And to do that, I'm going to install a plugin. So I go to the back end of my website, then I go over to plugins, click on add new. And the search plugins, I search for WooCommerce. I have WooCommerce right here. I click on install now. WooCommerce is the plugin that we are going to use in order to add the ebook to our website. It's the world's most popular open source e-commerce solution. It is installed. I go ahead and activate. Upon activating, it will redirect me to the setup wizard. I'm not going to do this setup, so I go ahead and skip. I click on no thanks, and this will take me back to the back end of my website. After installing WooCommerce, you will have WooCommerce at the menu as well as products, and this is what I'm going to use in order to add my ebook. So I hover over products, then I click on add new. And the product name, I go ahead and enter the name of my ebook, Digital Marketing 101, and in here I give my book a description. I've entered some text for my description. I can go down to short description and enter my short description. Next is product data. Going up is product data. I go ahead and select downloadable since we are going to sell an ebook. Next is price. I go ahead and enter the price of my ebook. So I can say 10.99. If you have a sale price, you can go ahead and enter it, but I will just leave the regular price. And the downloadable files, I click on add file and I can enter the name of my file. So I just go ahead and copy this and I come in here and paste it. Next is file URL. I go ahead and choose my file. Then I go over to upload files, select files. I have my ebook right here. I select it, click on open. It is uploaded. I click on insert file URL. So you can go ahead and add as many files as you want. Next is download limit. In here, if I enter 5, meaning my buyers can only download this ebook 5 times. And when they exhaust the 5 downloads, they won't be able to download the book anymore. Next is expiry date. You can enter an expiry date. So if I say 10, meaning upon purchase, the buyer has 10 days in order to download this book. But I don't want to enter anything here, and I'll also remove the download limit. I'll leave it as unlimited so that my clients can always come back and download. Perfect. Next, I go ahead and click on inventory. The only thing I want to do here is select this checkbox so that buyers can only add one quantity to their cart. This is just an ebook. They don't need to increase quantity in order to make a purchase. So this is all what I want to do in here. Going up is product categories. If you are going to sell so many ebooks, you can go ahead and categorize them. And since I'm selling only one book, I don't want to do anything in here. I can add some tags. So I can say digital marketing. I can also enter marketing, digital. Perfect. Next is product image. So I click on set product image, upload files, select files. Then I can go ahead and choose this as my product image. Open. It is uploaded. I click on set product image. Scroll up. I click on publish, and now my ebook is published. I can take a look at it from here, open link in a new tab. Perfect. So this is the title of my book, the price, short description, and then main description. Awesome. And you see that with the add to cart button, we don't have any quantity feature, and these are the tags are specified. Now you see that the category is uncategorized. If I don't want my user to see this, I can go back to the product, then I go ahead and add a category. So I'll just call it ebook, add new category, then I go ahead and uncheck uncategorized, then update. Now if I come back in here and refresh, you see that I now have ebook, which is professional. Perfect. Now that I've added my ebook, the next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and design my website. So to do that, I go to the front page of the website, because that is where I'm going to start my design from. So I go ahead and click on edit with Elementor. In here, you can go ahead and enter the name of your ebook. So I click in here, then I take this off. Digital Marketing 101 ebook for business owners. With this, you can also give a short description about your book. I'll leave this content in here for now. Next, I go ahead and add my book cover. So I just click on the image right here, then I choose image, upload files, select files, and this is the ebook cover I'm going to use. I select it, click on open. It is uploaded, then I go ahead and click on insert media. You may want to enter all text as well as titles. This is good for search engine optimization. So I enter Digital Marketing 101 ebook. I copy it, then I go ahead and paste it in here. Then I click on insert media. Perfect. If you want to follow this same exact process, I'll leave a link to these images in the description down below. You can go ahead and download them and use on your website. The next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and work on these buttons. So I want my users to click on the buy now button in order to go to the checkout page of my ebook. So if I click on the buy now button, you see that I already have a link in here. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and take it off. Then I'll go to the front end of my website and grab this URL, come back in here, paste it. But take note, with this link, my buyers will not be able to go to the checkout page. They can only go to the home page of the website, which I don't want. So what I'm going to do is provide a link that will lead them directly to the checkout page. So after the URL of my website, I bring / as you can see in here, then I enter checkout, another /, then I bring question mark, then I enter add -to -cart, and then equal sign. So having entered this link, the next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and grab the product ID of my ebook. So to do that, I go back to the back end of my website, then I click on all products. So if I hover on the product, you see that I have ID right here, which is 127. I'm sure you can see that. So if you move your mouse away, you won't see it, but if you come back, you see that you have the ID right here. So it's 127. So I go back to Elementor, then I go ahead and enter 127. Awesome. Next is the learn more button. I click on it, you see that it's taking me to this section. So let me show you how you can achieve this. Now if I select the button, the link, you see that I have hashtag in here and then learn. So now if I don't want this button to go to this particular section, what I can do is identify the section where I want the button to lead my customers to. So assuming I want to take my clients to the lead generation form, what I'm going to do is, first of all, I select this section right here, then I go over to advanced. Under CSS ID, you see that I have learn here. So I'll just take it off for this particular section. Now going down to the lead generation form section, I click on the 6 dots icon right here, that is edit section, and I go ahead and click on advanced. Under CSS ID, I go ahead and enter sign up. So I'll just enter sign up in here. Then going back to the button, now if I click on it, it won't take me to any section. And the reason is that the text here has changed. So all what I need to do is remove learn, then I enter sign up. So make sure that whatever text you are going to enter here will correspond to whatever you enter for this particular section. So now if I click on the button, you see that it will take me to the lead generation form. Going back to the top, in here you can click and start customizing your text. Take note, all these widgets and text, you can go ahead and change them to your own text. For instance, if you want to change this icon right here, all what you need to do is go ahead and click on the pencil icon right here. Then you click on the icons and you can go ahead and choose whatever icon you want. So if I want to, maybe I want a download icon, then I go ahead and choose this one, click on insert, and it will be inserted for you. Perfect. Going down, what's included in here, I want to add an image, so I select it and I choose an image, upload files, select files, and this is the image I'm going to use. Open. As usual, you can go ahead and enter your alt text. I click on insert media and my book cover will be inserted. In here, I've used a list. For this section, you can use it to list some of the chapters of your ebook. Assuming you want to edit this text, all what you need to do is just click on the particular item, then you can go ahead and change it from here. So you can go ahead and start typing the chapters of the ebook. Perfect. If you are not able to use all these items and you want to remove a particular one, you can just go ahead and click on the close icon from here and it will take it off. Or if you exhaust them and you want to add, you can go ahead and click on add in order to add your new item. Perfect. Next is this button, and I'm going to go ahead and link it to the checkout page of my website. So I go back to the first button right here. I'll just go ahead and copy this link and I come in here, click on it, then I remove whatever link is there and I go ahead and paste my link. Take note, the text, you can go ahead and change it from here. So this section 2 is done. Going down is the who is this book for section. So all this text, take note, you can go ahead and change them to your own text. And next is the lead generation form, which I'll skip for now. And then we have testimonials. In here, you can go ahead and enter your testimonials. If your readers leave you some testimonials on your social media handles, you can choose the best ones, then come and enter them in here. So let me quickly show you how you can edit one. If I click in here, you see that I can enter the text as well as choose my image. So I can upload files, select files. I have some media in here. I choose this. Then I click on insert media. Perfect. Next, I can change the name from here. Mary Bar, and she's a digital marketer. Perfect. So the same way, you can go ahead and change your text and images. I have another call to action right here. I'll just click on it. Then I'll go ahead and change the link to my checkout page link. Going down is the author section. First of all, I change the image here, so I just select it, choose image, upload files, select files, and this is the image I'm going to use for the author. Insert media. Next, you can go ahead and change the title as well as the description to your own text. And finally, I'll work on the social icons, so I just select it. In here, I have 4 social media handles. So if there's a particular one you want to use which is not here, you can go ahead and add it. So I click on add item, then I choose icon. Let's say I want to use LinkedIn. I search for LinkedIn, select it, insert media, and then you can go ahead and enter your LinkedIn profile link. Perfect. So let's assume I'm not going to use YouTube, so I'll just close it from here. And to enter your social media handles, all what you need to do is select a particular one. Then in here, you go ahead and enter your social media link. Perfect. Now the last thing I'm going to work on is the lead generation form, and I'm going to show you how you can create one for yourself. First of all, I'll go ahead and update. Then I'll go over to a new tab and enter convertkit.com. ConvertKit is one of the best email marketing platforms out there. So if you don't have an account, you can sign up for free. It's actually not difficult to do that. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and log in. I already have an account. So upon login, I go over to Grow, then I click on Landing Pages and Forms. You see that I already have some forms I've created. So all what you need to do is click on Create New, then I choose Form. So these are the various formats you get. I'm going to go ahead and use inline. Take note, this is not a ConvertKit tutorial, so I'll just go straight to all the tools I need to use in this tutorial. So these are the various forms you can go ahead and use. And you see that this is the exact same form I have on my website. So I go ahead and click on Choose. At the moment, I have only one field for my form. But looking at what I have in here, I have first name and email address. So I come back in here, then I go ahead and click on this plus icon to add a new field. Upon adding this field, you see these options right here. And the custom field, I choose first name. Take note, if you don't want to use first name, you don't need to add it. You can only use email address. Because of this, I'm not going to make this field required. Maybe some users will not want to give me their names. However, I like personalizing my emails. Next is font color. You can go ahead and change the font colors in here if you want. So if I want to use maybe red, you see that the color is changed in here, but I'll keep it as black. Perfect. And then the border color, you can choose whatever color you want. I'll leave the default colors. Next, I'm going to customize this button. I don't want this color, so I select it. Then I go back to my website and I'm going to grab this color. So I click on it, then I go over to style. So this is the color I want. I just click in here, then I go ahead and copy it from here. Going back to ConvertKit, I just paste it right here. Perfect. You can also go ahead and customize the border radius as well as the font weight. Maybe I can choose bold for my button. Now in here you see I have built with ConvertKit. If you are creating your account for the first time, you will have the opportunity to remove this. So if you click on it, you'll be able to go ahead and uncheck this box to take off this. But if you want to create more forms, you won't be able to uncheck this for the rest of the forms until you upgrade to the pro version of ConvertKit. So now my design is done. I just click on Publish and I'll be presented with this pop-up. So if you are using WordPress, you can just choose WordPress in here and you'll be required to install a plugin. Then you go ahead and enter this particular shortcode. But I don't want to install another plugin, so I go back to JavaScript and I'm going to go ahead and copy this. So I just click on copy. Then I'll go back to Elementor. Going down to the form, I just select it and you see that I already have this shortcode right here for this particular form. So what I'm going to do is remove this and I'll go ahead and embed the new form. Take note, the subscribe button for the first one is not bold and what I've designed here is bold. So let's see if we see some difference right here. In here, I've added some CSS style to my form to be able to align it to the middle of my section. And the style starts from here to this particular point. So what I'm going to do is remove from script up to the top. So I just backspace, then I go ahead and paste in the new shortcode. And now I can update. Don't worry, it will display. So going back to ConvertKit, the next thing I'm going to do is click on settings and I'll be presented with the form settings pop-up. Now, when a visitor subscribes to the form, this is the message they will see. So I'm going to change this message. Success. Now check your email to get a free preview. Perfect. You can also decide to redirect your users to an external page, but I'm not going to do that. This is what I'm going to do. Next, I go to incentive, and in here you make sure that send incentive email is selected and you can edit the content. The from email is going to be my own email, and then the subject, maybe I'll remove this and I'll go ahead and enter get a free preview. Okay, so I'll say your free preview is here, something like that. And then the text, so I'll just go ahead and customize this text to what I want. So this is what I want to enter, and then the button, I just click on it and I'll go ahead and change the text. download the preview, and you can go ahead and conclude. Then going down, I click on save. Next, I click on download, and this way I'm going to upload the file my users will be downloading. So I click on choose a file, and I'll go ahead and select my ebook preview. Then I click on open, and I have my ebook right here. Then I go ahead and click on save. Then I can save again. Perfect. So now if I go to the front end of my website and refresh, you see I have the title of my ebook. Then going down, I can click here to go to the checkout page, and now I have my lead generation form. If I enter my details, okay, one thing I should have done is rearrange this form so that the name will be in front. I can still do that. So if I go back to ConvertKit, I can just go ahead and grab the name field from here and drop it right here. I click on save. Perfect. But it will take some few seconds to be live, or minutes, but let's try and see if it will come. So I refresh. You see that it has changed. So I'll just enter my name and my email. Then I go ahead and click on subscribe. Success. Now check your email to get your free preview of your book. So I go over to my emails. I have the message in here. I just click on it, and this is what I'll be presented with. So if I click on the button, it will open up my ebook preview. Perfect. And I can go ahead and download it from here. Awesome. I exit from here and here for now. I can also exit from ConvertKit. So now that we have finished designing the home page, the next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and add my logo as well as shortcut icon, and maybe also show you how you can change the colors of this website. So going back to Elementor, I click on the hamburger menu right here. Then I click on site settings. First of all, I'm going to add a logo. So I go to site identity. In here, you can also go ahead and change the name of your site as well as the site description. But we have already done that. I just click here to choose my logo, upload files, select files. I have my logo here. I click on open. Insert media. I can also add a site fav icon, upload files, select files. I have my icon here, open, insert media. Perfect. Take note, you won't see the changes until you update. I click on back. Next, I'm going to work on the footer. So I just click on it. This is my footer section. So if I want to change this copyright text, this way I can do that. So I click on copyright. And if I don't want design by Dikupages web, I can remove it. Now if you want to change the copyright text, you can do that from here. You see that. Perfect. But I don't want to change this, so I'll just leave it as the default color. Next, I go back. I'm going to work on the global colors, so I choose global colors. So these are the colors I have on my website. For instance, if I want to change the color buttons, that is the dark blue color, I just come in here, then I can choose whatever color I want. You see that. And the hover color, you see that is the same as the main color for the learn more button. I can also change that. And this is the hover color, that is the light blue. So if I go to maybe red or something, you see that. So let me see if I can take it back to the light blue. Maybe I won't get the exact color. And the green, I don't want it. I just enter in the original color. So this is how you can change the colors on your website. So whatever color you are going to change here, it will run through the entire website. Perfect. For instance, this white text right here, if I come and change to red, you see how it will look like. But I don't want this red, it's ugly. I make it white. So I go ahead and click on update. I exit from here. Now if I reload the Elementor editor, you see that I have my shortcut icon right here, and the logo will also appear. Perfect. What if you want to change the position of your logo? You can do that by going to the hamburger menu again, start settings, then go over to header, and the layout. You can change the position. You see default, inverted, and then centered. Whichever one you want, you can go ahead and choose that. Let me make it default like this. If I want to display my start tagline, I toggle this on, best selling author. I can also add the menu, and that is the menu I have down here. So if I enable this, you see that I have my menu right here. So if you want to use this, you can go ahead and enable it. So these are all the settings I want to do. I click on update, then I exit from here. Now if I go to the front end and refresh, you see that I have the new settings. Perfect. Next, I'll go ahead and work on the privacy policy page. I'll just click on it, and in here you can go ahead and enter your privacy content. To do that, you just need to click on edit with Elementor. Then you can go ahead and enter your privacy policy right here just by clicking, and you can edit it from here, or just remove what is here and enter your own content. If you don't have a privacy policy yet, I'll leave a link in the description down below that will show you how you can create your own privacy policy for free. So you can go ahead and check it out. So the final page I'm going to work on is the contact page. You can just open it in a new tab, then I close this, and you see that the contact page is blank. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and create a new contact form. And to do this, I'm going to install a plugin. So I go to the back end of my website, then I go over to plugins, click on add new, then I search for WP forms. I have WP forms here. I click on install now. WP forms is a drag and drop form builder. It's installed. I go ahead and activate, and I'll have WP forms right here. So I hover on it, then I click on add new. In here I enter the name of my contact form, so I'll just call it contact form. Then I'll choose simple contact form, and you see that the form is already designed for us. All what you need to do is go ahead and customize them to your liking. So I'll just go ahead and do some minimalistic customizations. So I select name field, and I go over to advanced, and the field size I choose large, and I do the same thing for email. Finally, comment or message, I click on it, then I'm going to go ahead and remove comment all so that I leave only message. Perfect. Next, I go over to settings, and you see that I have the name of my form here. Then the submit button, I want to change it to send, and the notifications and the send to email address. If I leave this tag in here, all my messages will be directed to the email address I used to set up WordPress. If I don't want that, I can take it off and enter whatever email I want. I'll leave this for now. Then the subject line is going to be this, from this website, and the from email is the same. You can change it to whatever email you want. Finally, I go over to confirmations, and the confirmation message is thanks for contacting us, we'll be in touch with you shortly. So if the website is for one person, you can say thanks for contacting me, I will be in touch with you shortly. Perfect. Then I go ahead and click on save. It is saved. I can exit from here. You see that I have my contact form right here. So if I go back to the contact page and I click on edit with Elementor, in here I go ahead and insert my contact form. So I go to search widgets and I search for WP forms. I have it right here. I just drag it in here. Awesome. And the form, I drop down the arrow and I choose contact form. That is the form I created. Perfect. My form is inserted, then I go ahead and update. I can preview the changes. Perfect. Now that designing my website is done, the next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and try to see if I can make an order. So I go to the front end of my website, then I click on buy now. You see that I'm redirected to the checkout page. Perfect. However, down here below, you see that there's no payment gateway available for my website. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and add a payment gateway. To do that, I go back to the back end of my website, Then I go over to WooCommerce, go to settings. Next I click on payments, and I'm going to go ahead and enable cash on delivery. Take note, for selling ebook, you don't want to enable cash on delivery. You may want to use automated payment gateways, but I don't want to make this video very long. So if you want to add an automated payment gateway to your website, I'll leave a link in the description down below that will show you how you can add PayPal payment gateway to your e-commerce website. So I just go ahead and click on save changes. Now if I go back to the checkout page of my website and refresh, you see that I now have cash on delivery and I can go ahead and place the order. So let me quickly enter in my details. Alright, I've entered my details. Then I go ahead and click on place order. Thank you, your order has been received. So if I were using an automated payment gateway, the user would have been redirected to go ahead and download the ebook from this interface. So as an administrator of this website, I will receive an email with regards to this order, and the client will also receive an email with regards to this order. So let me go to the back end of my website to fulfill this order. So I go over to orders and I click on it. And you see that I have the order which is on hold because I'm not using an automated payment gateway. So if I click on the name of the client and assuming I've received my payment, all what I need to do is go over to status and I'll go ahead and choose completed. Then I click on update. So now if I go to the checkout page and refresh, you see that I now have my download available. Perfect. And I can go ahead and click on this to download my ebook. Awesome. So upon setting the order to completed, the buyer will receive an email which will also have this download link. So if they happen to move away from here, they can also download it from their email. Perfect. So now this brings us to the end of this tutorial on how to create an ebook selling website. And I hope this video was helpful. If you found value, kindly hit the like button, subscribe, and also enable the notification bell so that you miss out on future videos. Keep watching, and I'll see you in the next one.